Hey everyone! Thank you for taking the time to join in with Uncommon Women Podcast, a dope podcast to bring light to reality from real life people sharing real life stories with a host of women having real life talk, the good and the bad, with no judgment. Uncommon Women's Loyalty is here to support those that need a safe space to speak their truth and rawness to the world. Tune in, relax, take notes, and let's vibe. Here are your hosts, Uncommon Women.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Uncommon Women. I'm Shanira.
And I am Tyra, the Gold Guru.
Yes, so today I'm super excited about our guest speaker today. She's going to be coming on in just a moment to share her journey of how she was let go from a job and it actually turned into a blessing, pushing her into her purpose. So we do have today Mineshia Greene, who recently became a business owner of Soul Express in March of 2022. Her goal was to start her business and eliminate slaving for the rest of her life and to be her own boss. Her purpose from starting her business was to build generational wealth and have a stable foundation for herself as well as her legacy for her children. So thank you so much, Mineshia, for coming on today and being able to share your story. Before we get into your testimony, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you like to do for fun?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Mineshia Greene. I recently started my business, Soul Empress, in March 2022. I'm a single mother of 4 beautiful children. And what I like to do for fun is to hang out with my friends and things and anything that's entertaining.
Okay, so what do you like to do as far as entertainment? Do you like to dance? Do you like poetry? You like comedy? Let's step into you because you're more than just a mom. What is your fun? What is your fun? What do you like to do for fun?
My fun is I like to dance. That's my favorite thing.
Okay, so what type of music you dancing to?
I'm dancing to reggae because
okay.
Jamaican.
Okay, I got you.
I am half Jamaican. That's in my roots.
Okay. So she's a reggae dancer. I got you. That's good. That's cool. So before we get into, your business and how you actually started your business and the process of being the healing queen, can you tell us a little bit about your life and how it was growing up as a child?
Sure. So my childhood, I'm an only child. My childhood was fair. I wasn't always, most of my childhood, if I wasn't around my friends, I would spend most of my time by myself.
Okay.
Because sometimes, unlike, most children, you just don't fit in every circle that you try to put yourself in as a child. Like it's always somebody that doesn't like you or anything. And yeah. But as a child, I mean, I was a young mother. I had my daughter at 15.
Okay.
So that kind of grew me up really fast.
I'm sure.
How was it, being a teen mom? Can we talk a little bit about that as well?
Sure. Being a teen mom was challenging, but I thank God for my mother and my grandmother because they were the pillars. Like when it says it takes a whole village to raise a child, it literally was them that basically helped me raise them. So God blessed me with my mother and my grandmother because being a young mother, it was hard. But school and stuff was able to graduate. I was able to graduate from high school, but it was a challenge being a young mom.
Okay. So did you have to start working when you were 15 or did your mother and your grandmother support you at that time? Um,
Well, my mother and my grandma, they supported me. My first job at 16 was I worked at Wendy's. That was my first job.
okay.
But
Okay.
because I was the only child, I didn't really have to work because
You were
they
spoiled. Let me
kind of
find
needed.
out.
I definitely was spoiled.
Well, that's good. So, how is your relationship now? What is the age difference? Because you have 4 kids, correct? What is the age difference from when you had your 15-year-old versus your second child?
So I have 3 adults and one teenager.
Okay.
My oldest is 26. Of course, that's my firstborn daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
how was that? Because as a mom, you're an only child, and then you have a bunch of kids. How was that raising them? Because I'm sure that you grew up totally different than they did.
Yes, I definitely did because I didn't have any siblings or anything. So watching them grow up it was fun and interesting because the whole brother, sister, sibling rivalry thing I never understood. And it would kind of get under my skin, like why y'all can't just get along? And they like, Mom,
Oh,
you're an only child, so you're never going to understand. And I'm like,
yeah.
okay, but y'all can't just get along. Like, where's the love?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, it's
So
bittersweet.
watching them grow up was pretty decent.
You
Yeah.
ain't have nobody to fight with and not get along with. It was just you. Just you and the dolls and the Barbies, y'all was chilling.
Yeah.
They don't talk back. If you had any
Yeah.
pets, they don't talk back. So you ain't have no siblings to get on your nerves.
I have half siblings.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
From my father, he passed away in 2017.
Mm.
So
Okay.
from my father's side, I have 6 of us all together.
Okay. So
Oh, wow.
did you guys grow up close when you were younger?
Somewhat, because my dad always tried to keep us together, but because of their dislike for me, it was kind of hard. But he would make them like accept me, if you understand what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
I don't care. This is your sister. You're going to treat her right, and that was that. But it was a challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a challenge.
All right. So let's go into how you were able to start your body Soul Express. Before you get into that, can you tell us about your job and
Sure.
your journey with the job and how everything actually transpired into you starting your business?
Sure. So basically, I was working at a job, work from home, customer service, and I was let go from the job in March of this year. I kind of knew it was coming, but it's like one of those things where it's like, darned if you do, darned if you don't. But when everything started happening the way it did, I noticed that they were starting to like nitpick everything that I would do, and I'm like, okay, they're not nitpicking before. So sorry, my laptop went out. So I noted that they were start nitpicking and stuff. I actually started my business, So Empress, in 2020 in March. So when I turned 40, a milestone, I was like, okay, I'm about to be 40. I have 4 children. It's time for me to, live in my purpose and do something that's going to be longevity and leads to stability and build a strong foundation and everything like that. So 2 days after my birthday, I decided to get my LLC to my business. But I kind of sat on it for a while because all my ducks wasn't in a row. I probably should have put it out like last year, but everything happens for a reason.
Everything has time.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Everything happens for a reason, and I kept quiet. I only told like my close friends that were close to me that I was getting ready to start my own business, and they were excited, but they're like, okay, you started your own business. Where is the
Where the
whole
business?
Yeah.
We want to see some stuff, So it was kind of like a stagnancy for a minute, and like you were saying, I got let go from the job, but I'm a true believer in when something is not for you anymore, a blessing to come in disguise and kind of push you into your purpose and calling and what it is that you're really meant to do in this life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was let go, it just basically pushed me to want to stop being stagnant and just put it out there. I did it scared. And if I could give any advice on that, if it's anything in life that you want to do, it's better to do it scared than to not do it at all.
Mm. No, I love
And
that.
one of my friends gave me that advice, and it really, really reached me, and it really touched me, because it was like, scared. I'm like, I don't have this together. And she's like, it doesn't matter. Like, just take your audience on that journey with you as you get better and better, and they'll enjoy that, because it's being transparent with your audience.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. After I was let go, it kind of placed me in a uncomfortable space. And I didn't understand like what the journey was at first, until things started coming together and God started placing like the right like-minded people in my life. That's like, okay, like, all right, Niche, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to help you with this. And I'm grateful for all those people, because after a while, they helped the pieces of the puzzle come together, because I was kind of lost. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't have a job. I have to do this now. Like, it's a sink or swim situation.
Right. Can we take a walk down memory lane, and can you express to us, you know, as a mother and being a provider, you know, what emotions did you go through that day that you were actually let go?
I was kind of happy because it was a relief, but I was afraid. I got like depressed, because I didn't think, I don't know. It was like the unknown. I knew I had a business, but I didn't know like how that was what that looked like to be a business owner.
Yeah.
And I was put in an uncomfortable place, but the testimony I will give is, when that happened, I was kind of forced to do DoorDash, because that was my only income. And it was like, okay, you're going to sink or you're going to swim, but your kids still have to eat. Your bills still have to be paid.
Right.
So you have to do this. And you're talking about kicking and screaming. I wanted to give up so many times. My daughter was like, Mom, just try it out. You never know how it's going to be, if you're going to like it or not. Just stick with it. And when I stuck with it, I actually started to like it. And I was like, okay, this is fine. And it was able to provide me the income, but I did not understand what the mission was. But the mission was, God was breeding me to get ready to be an entrepreneur, so that when Soul Empress would start up and running, I kind of already knew what to expect.
The process.
I love that. That's such a positive perspective, especially because I'm sure at that time you were questioning, like, God, why me?
Yes.
And one thing I wanted to ask you is, like, during that transition from losing your job and becoming a business owner, what signs were you experiencing that made you feel like, yeah, this is God telling me to, like, keep pushing, like, keep doing this? Like, what? Because I know it wasn't all comfortable.
Well, in that time when it happened, I had to pray. I had to kind of pray like every single day, like you said, like, God, why me? Why is this happening to me? But also, what I will say is, I had a lot of attacks, like the enemy, when he knows you're about to get the biggest blessing ever. And I swear, but I'm grateful, because it made me want to give up so many times. It was like the biggest struggle ever. But I'm grateful now, because now I get to share my gift and my products with the world.
Yes. The enemy, he come hard. He like, oh, you about to do God's work? Oh, no, he pulls right up. Like, I'm going to get you, because he studies us. He studies us.
Yes, I was going to say. He
And
gets you
then
where
he's
it hurts.
like, let me test this out. Let me see if I can get her discouraged. Let me see if she can quit. Let me see if, the worry can come back into her life. But that praying, that's what eliminates all that worry,
And
When
a
we
lot of
stay close to God,
crying and everything.
right. That praying, it definitely keeps us into a position where we stay aligned with God so that the enemy doesn't have a way to attack us, especially our minds, because our minds are very important,
Yes.
So that's good that you were able to keep him close. So let's speak on your business. Let's talk about that and the products that you have and the details of how it started, because that's what's really important, how you started your business, for those that don't know.
All right. So how I started my business was I basically, what made me want to start my business, I got a vision. And the whole purpose of me starting a business was I've always been the type of person that wanted to like heal the world.
Okay.
Didn't know how I was going to do it, didn't know the task, but I heard God say to me, he showed me in a few visions that I was going to be healing and laying my hands on people and stuff. And I tried to kind of run from it. And I was just like, me? Like, he like, yeah, you're the chosen one. Like, you just don't know it yet. And I'm like, okay, like, well, what does this look like? So basically, the vision was presented to me, my packages and how they would have like Bible cards and things like that. And basically, so I'll run into what the products is that I carry.
Okay.
So the purpose of my products is to heal depression and anxiety.
Wow.
So in the set comes a Bible, like a scripture card, and that's for inspiration, where you could just go to the Bible if you're feeling down or in doubt, and you need like a spiritual word to lift you up. So each set that I have has a Bible card in there, individual random
verses.
And I have a sugar scrub that I make from scratch. Love it. It's wonderful.
It is. I can witness that. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Yes.
It is. It's really good.
She's a customer
already. Go ahead.
So the candle. So it's a sugar scrub, a candle. The candle is basically to create the ambiance. And then there's an essential oil you can put on your skin, or you could put it in the diffuser. But the whole process is you want to light the candle. Like if you're having like a stressful day, you want to light the candle. And then you want to get in the shower, put the sugar scrub on your skin, and then rinse your skin off. The sugar scrub is amazing. I just want to say that. It definitely lightens the mood, like lessens the weight, and just kind of puts you in a better mood. And then after the sugar scrub, you can oil up with the essential oil.
Wow.
And it's basically like a whole mood thing that it just sets the mood. And when I had those products in mind, it was just like, okay, how can I give my healing gift to the world?
Yeah.
So you'll feel my healing through those products. I don't know if that makes sense, but you'll feel it through my products, because the products have healing agents in there. Like my candles, they have like lavender and chamomile and all those type of scents. So that already creates like a nice little smell,
atmosphere, right?
And builds the calm atmosphere. And then the sugar syrup, it just feels like love on your skin. I'm gonna have to get that, Tyra.
I'm gonna need that.
We're gonna have to ship you some, girl. We're gonna have to ship you some.
I really do, because
I
like natural.
Yes.
I like that it's natural. That is very nice.
Thank you.
Can you give us any testimonies. First off, did you try it on your children first? Because sometimes I do things like that. I'm like, let me try it on my
So
son
the testimony
before I actually put something out there. Do you have any testimonies of your healing stuff prior to giving it to the world?
I do. My daughter, so when I say about the attacks that happened to me before I did my first pop-up shop and before I presented my products and sold Empress to the world, my daughter was in the tub one night and she hit her back like really, really bad. And it was to the point like where she couldn't walk straight. So all I know is I was just like, I'm gonna put this candle in your room. And I prayed over the candle. And next thing you know, a couple days later, she was walking straight again. Wow. Like the doctor thought that she was going to have to do therapy and everything. And like when I seen it happen, I was just like, no, like is this really me? Like did my candle actually heal her? And then I heard guys say like, yeah, like your stuff is that powerful. Like it's going to change like the whole world. And Soul Empress is not just the products that I'm making. Like it's a whole movement within itself. All I can say
and I love the name.
Thank you.
The name is so powerful. Like it makes me feel safe.
So I am the Soul Empress. That's where the name came from.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. Yeah. So how'd you get that name? Can I be nosy?
Sure. Funny thing. I was trying to come up with names and that name just stuck to me. And I was like, Soul Empress. It's not really a story behind it. I always looked at the name Empress as like the highest, a female who's like really like high. Mm-hmm. And then the soul, the purpose of my logo is healing broken souls.
Right.
So once I put those two things together and it sounded right and it stuck, God was like, yeah, that's it. That's the name.
I was just gonna say that. Because I have no story behind my name. I really feel like God just gives it to you. But in the moment you feel it. But when you try to explain it, you're just like, uncommon woman. But it's like it's for you.
Yeah.
You just know. You always know when it's right.
Too. Yeah, I was just about to say, no one's ever asked me, but I think that's kind of what happened with me too.
Yeah, when you explain it, it's just kind of like we're uncommon, and I'm like, okay, God told her to do that.
Yes, Lord.
You could tell when you talk with a certain confidence, you're like, yep.
Yes,
that's awesome. That is awesome. And
another testimony I wanted to share is wait a minute. Was recently I was at you never know how God is going to use you. So the purpose of him using me to put this business out was he was like, what better of a person, like you're broken, like you've been through a whole lot, like a whole lot as a woman, and you were able to get back on your feet and still like nothing ever happened.
Right.
So he was like, what better person than you? Because I asked him, I said, why did you choose me for this business? Like I didn't. And then I heard him say, like, I chose you because you yourself are broken. And your brokenness and putting it in your products is going to help heal other people. And then other people are going to use your testimony, hear your story, feel your products and things. And that's how it's going to happen. And I was just like, wow. Like, I was just in awe. Like, wow, like you chose me?
He did. But that makes sense because I wouldn't trust somebody who had a perfect life to give me a candle and expect to be healed. How do they know how do they know what I need to feel? How do they know how to pray for me? So I think that actually does fit. It's crazy how God made that. He designed that especially for you.
I love that. I love that. So when
Especially because you said, I'm sorry, Shania.
go ahead.
It stood out to me when you said that you were going to be a healer. And I feel like most people would think a doctor or something, but you're doing something completely natural. You know what I mean? That was designed for you because the life you lived with 4 kids, you wouldn't have time to get a PhD and be a medical doctor. And honestly, the way the world is working now, you are probably going to make more money than a pharmacy. You know what I mean? Because everyone loves natural stuff. And natural stuff is for everybody. What you're doing is for anybody. So
Yes.
that's very amazing.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Now, you said that your products focus on healing as far as like depression and anxiety. Did you ever go through any patterns in your life where you had felt anxiety? I know obviously you probably went through some depressing stage, with the journey of starting the business. But how about anxiety? Where did that piece come from?
The anxiety comes from, So a secret of mine is, I know it's like a whole bunch of people watching on Facebook, but the anxiety part
No
comes
pressure.
in
It's a
is,
secret. Because it's no longer going to be a secret.
it's okay. If you know me, you know that due to traumas that I've had in my life, I don't do highway driving.
Okay.
I avoid it at all costs. It's a premonition within me that's just like, I've tried it. So with the anxiety part is like just breathing heavy and like hyperventilating and stuff like that, and just can't grasp it. So that's the anxiety part.
No.
Okay. And you said it came from, you don't do the highways, like driving?
I tried it when I first started driving, but I never was like, so I had a couple accidents, and I believe those accidents is what caused my trauma to be like, yeah, no.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
That sent you into a panic attack.
Right.
Yes.
We don't want that. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Have you used one of your scrubs and tried doing the highway since you started your process, or you ain't ready yet? You ain't there yet.
I've used my products, but as far as using it towards that, no.
Yeah. Baby steps.
It's not baby steps.
Baby steps.
You can heal yourself like you heal others. So I mean,
Right.
I think you should give it a try. You never know.
I'm gonna try.
Because you gotta drive. You gotta take the highway to come to the event, the self-love event.
I know.
That's very true. That is very true.
Alice gonna get me there. He's gonna get me
there.
He is.
But God gonna get me there.
He's been working on me. Yes.
I love that. I love that. So besides your products, and wanting to start your business and, being an entrepreneur, what else motivated you to help others?
Just me, myself, having depression and anxiety, and then me seeing all my children go through it. The ugly side of depression. I always wanted to find a way to try to cure depression if I could, because it's really no cure. Like the doctors will give you medicine and therapy and stuff like that, but it's really no cure.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing my kids go through that, it broke my heart. It really did, because a couple of my kids, just to be transparent, they were at the bouts of suicide.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just seeing that whole dynamic, and as broken as the world is now, and with everything and COVID and the pandemic, it just made me just want to make a difference in people's lives and touch their lives and change their lives.
And you did. And you did. So honestly, thank God that job let you go. Honestly.
Yes.
I'm so glad they did. And I never
it was
thought
actually
I would
a
say
relief
that to anyone. Yeah.
It was actually a relief. Like I was I left the job peacefully. Like, you know how
Mm-hmm.
some people like leave a job and they like kind of curse them out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do
Yeah.
that. I just said thank you for the opportunity.
Oh wow.
And, thank you for all I was taught. Yeah, I just gracefully bowed out.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And they were shocked. They were like, wow, okay.
Yeah, because
They
that's
didn't
not how
expect
most
it
people.
because they expected me to be like nasty and rude, but for what? Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're
It's like,
pushing me towards something I always wanted to do. Always
There
wanted
you
to be
go.
my own boss.
yeah, I
There
was
you
gonna say
go.
your spirit knew something was better on the other
Your
side.
spirit. There we go. It was a temporary
Yeah.
job into what God had called and created you for.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
And if you don't mind me asking, what were you doing? What kind of job was that?
I was doing customer service for a
Mm.
company called Nikon.
We ain't have to put the job out there.
I'm worried about them. They done changed their name 75 times.
Oh, okay.
Customer service is a lot. Customer
It
service is
is.
a lot.
But customer service takes a lot of patience too,
It
It is.
does. Especially when you're
because
not doing it about passion.
right.
When you're doing it for a paycheck, it's just like, I don't even care about the
On
problems
to the
that you're
next.
bringing to me.
Mm-hmm.
You actually care about what you're doing now, so you
I
get to
do.
give it your all,
It
And I
makes
can
me
see it.
happy.
Yeah, you're praying over candles. I bet you weren't praying for them customers. So that's great. That's great.
I would
She was
always give them like an inspirational word though, but
okay. Well,
yeah, I
that's
would
nice.
always give them like an inspirational word, and then it would be some people on there. How I knew I had a gift, it would be some people on there that would just be comfortable with telling me like their life story and what they were going through. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, these people don't know me.
Know me, know who they talking to right now.
Adam, they don't.
Yeah.
But I guess they like were able to pick up my gift and
My
like
energy. I was
someone
about to
that
say.
can, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
Wow.
amazing. That's amazing. So, how has business now? How has business been going for you now? Let's talk about uh, your journey and where you're at now, how we can find your products, and how we can help those that is actually listening to today's
Sure.
podcast.
So business is going good. I actually have a few pop-up events
Mm.
that I have coming up. I have one coming up on September 2nd where I will be at the Rotunda Theater.
Okay.
I do have a website up now. It's Soul Empress 82 at bigcartel.com. Bigcartel.com. And you can go on there and order up. Depends on how close proximity you are to me because I'm working out of home right now. So it's an online business for right now. I can bring it to you, but if you live too far, then it's always shipping.
Okay.
I can always ship it to you.
Yeah, that's fine. I probably shouldn't ask you this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Is there any future ventures or anything that we should expect coming up, or anything you want to do new with Soul Empress? Anything you want to try new? Because I know you have the candle and scrubs, but is there anything else you're gonna try to expand and do?
I am going to do another round of products soon. A body butter, a spray, negativity away spray,
Ooh.
and a body butter.
Sorry.
I like
It's okay.
that.
I love the excitement.
Yeah. I'm always down for a good spray.
Yes, definitely down for a good body butter too. I love body butter. So
And
I'm
also
excited.
to do a podcast.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There you have it. There you
Where
have
people are
it.
calling in and I'm ministering to them and they're sharing their testimony and I'm just providing like a spiritual word to them just to uplift them.
Wow.
I
Big
love it.
healing
Yes.
energy. I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. When you were growing up, did you know that you would be this into healing other people?
No, I really didn't, but I always knew. You know how you're a kid and you always feel like you're different from everybody else, but you can't explain it. and you can't understand it. Always knew that I was different. Didn't know in which way, but always knew I was different. Always knew I was different. My friends back in the day, my childhood friends, they would just call me sometimes, and like if they were going through like a little situation, and they would call me, basically it would be like I was their therapist, and I used to be like why are they always on my side? How to resolve their issues. But now I know it's because I was meant, my gift was always a healer.
Your purpose.
And I was meant to give them like a kind word and inspire them and things like that. Now, my advice back then wasn't always the best, but I know that I provided some type of relief. Yes.
Yeah. It probably wasn't always right, but hey, they called you for a reason.
Yes. Always.
It was probably
they kept coming back. So they kept coming back.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh man.
We're gonna have to write a book on them stories that you told them advice.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. What did you tell those poor girls? I hope it wasn't anything crazy.
Well, I mean, some of the stuff was like problems with men and stuff, because my childhood friends, like we been friends since like 11 years old.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
like they have some stories.
I'm sure. Y'all got history, but that's amazing. That's amazing that you guys have been friends since you were a child, because not a lot of people have that, that type of bond.
They were my closest friends. Actually, their mom is the one that brought me to Christ.
Wow.
Yes, their mom is the one that brought me to Christ, and that's how I started my walk and my journey with Christ. And I was about 16. Yep.
Wow. That's amazing. It's hard to come by good friends, good solid friends. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for that. Let's check and see if we have any comments before we close up. We just got a comment from one of our other co-hosts, Jenny Lee. Hey, Jenny Lee. She's saying it's never too late to get started, no matter how old you are.
I agree.
And I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And one thing I'm learning right now is God's timing and my timing are two different things.
Amen.
But,
here we go.
Timing is an illusion. It was made by man. So
that's right.
Same with age, all right? And do not let it drive you crazy.
That's right.
That's true. That is so true, because our timing is typically tick tock, and God's timing is you ain't there yet. You all the way over here. I need you to be over here, and then we'll start with you. You need to be aligned when I'm telling you to do something. I need you to be obedient with me.
Exactly.
And then we'd be like, well, we want to take a little road down the highway.
Yeah,
I'm like, turn left. And he's like, I ain't telling you turn left. I just told you to stay with me.
I'm telling you. I'm like, God, I said I was going to have this done by
then you get on the road. It's like, okay, God.
You got to be really obedient when it comes to God, because if you're not, he's like, things just won't align the way they're supposed to.
Right.
Like, well, you didn't listen. I told you to go this way.
Right. That's so true.
And
but
my thing is like, I said I have this done by the end of the summer, and he's like, I don't see that.
That's not what I'm telling you. That's what you want to do.
Yeah. He's like, I don't hear that at all. Just like you said, Shanira, you're over here. I'm over here. Like, we need you right here if we want this together by the end of the summer.
But the good thing about God is he's patient. He's patient with us.
Patient.
And even the things that we don't see, his how do I say this? His perspective of what he wants for us is more powerful and more abundant than we can actually see or vision on our own. That's so when we are obedient and when we do follow him and we keep him close with us, he makes it easy too. He opens the right doors. He places the right people in our life. And it's just like, why do my own thing when I can follow him and he makes everything flow effortlessly?
That's true. I know
that's true.
We get stubborn, but the good thing
Yeah.
about the good thing about it is he does bring us back to where we need to be, so that
He does.
it all works out in the long run. And that's what I love about it.
And through the stubbornness, he will put us in an uncomfortable place where you're like,
Right.
and why am I here? Why am I doing this? Like, oh, I don't want to do this. Yeah.
We have tantrums like our kids do, right? Like, I don't want to do this.
I definitely did on the journey to bring out Soul Empress.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
I
especially
bet.
with that DoorDash.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it wasn't a part of your plan.
That exactly.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it until a friend of mine. She was like, "Well, you know, in order to have a business, like you have to have some type of finances coming in because you have to." You have to be able to fund it and buy the products when you have to make it and stuff. And I'm looking at her like, okay, how am I going to do this? And then she was like, DoorDash. And I was like, when she said DoorDash, everything just kind of just clicked. And then I saw how DoorDash was. And my first day, I wanted to give up. But God was like, no, you're not giving up. You're not giving up. You're going to go back out there tomorrow and you're going to do it all over again.
And you were able to make ends meet.
Yeah.
That's great.
And it's just temporary. I think we forget about that word. Like, you know, because I still work. I work a lot. A million jobs. But my bread and butter is just temporary. It's just a temporary job to get me where I need to go, where God is taking me. And that's okay. It's okay to have a balance of the two, to work for somebody else, a temporary fix or something to pay off to what you're going to invest in for yourself and your passion and what you want to do for yourself. You know,
that's true.
We do live in a society where people want things right now. Like, I want to be a millionaire next week. And it's like, that's not reality. You know, it takes time. It takes obedience, and it takes work. It takes work. Nothing that's going to be but a great foundation that's going to stand still is going to be easy.
That's right.
Everything comes with work.
Yeah,
I agree.
And it makes me trust both of you guys' work more, even though you guys do two different things. It, like, to see the progression, it makes me respect what you guys do so much more. So, you know, like, I don't ever want you to be hard on yourself because you did DoorDash or Chenier because you work 100 jobs. Like, that inspires me, though. It does.
I didn't say 100 jobs.
Okay, I'm sorry. She works 99, y'all.
I know. She's just a serial entrepreneur. That's all.
4 of them is my business, my passion. Okay. I work one job.
A serial entrepreneur.
Okay. A serial entrepreneur, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, but that teaches me, though, because I know for a fact I'm gonna be able to say, like, I co-host, and that lady that's a millionaire, like, I was her co-host before, like, and she did this, like, this was not handed to her, you know what I mean? So it's just so nice to see, like, you guys put in that work. You guys did temporary things that were uncomfortable, but you pushed through. And that's a word for me, because I'm going through a weird transition, and I don't like the temporary stages because it's not the plan. It was never the plan. So
my advice to you is just like just be patient in that moment, and just know that your breakthrough is coming, and just
and stay faithful like y'all do.
Yes, and stay faithful. Yes, it's hard. It's the obedience part is hard because you don't know what that looks like.
My advice to you, Tyra, is to push through this mud, because once it showers off of you, you will forget how it felt.
Ooh,
that was a deep one.
Sorry to get so deep.
I don't feel like crying tonight.
Just popped in. Push through this mud. Push through this mud, because once the shower of the blessings and the God and everything that He has for you showers off the mud, you will forget everything that you've been through.
Amen.
That's true.
Well, on that note, Mineshia, what makes you uncommon?
What makes me uncommon?
We just talked about. Yeah,
yes. So we do ask all of our guest speakers, what makes them uncommon. So what makes you uncommon? No.
The fact that I'm just a jack of all trades. Like, I sing, I can dance a little bit, And just me just being different and standing out from the rest, like not to boost my own horn, but I notice when I walk into a room, the room just stops. It's like, and I used to be like, why did the room just stop when I walked in? It's like a light that I carry within me that I know is in there now that walks through the room. That's why everybody is like, wow, who is this? Like, is she a celebrity? Like, not to boost my own horn, but that's the calling in me and my spirit and everything. And that's what makes me uncommon.
I love that.
I love it.
I love that. Well, Mineshia, if you or anyone you know is a great candidate for interviews, please send them our way. I'm sure we would love to keep in contact with you. Let us know where we can find you. Do you have Instagram, Facebook? Does Soul Empress have anything like that?
Yes, Soul Empress 82. You can follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
And the website again is Soul Empress 82 at .bigcartel.com.
Okay, and I'll also add that into the subject line when I post this on audio, and I'll update it for Facebook as well for the website, so people can actually direct you to the website to purchase your soul powerful tools, the oil, the candle, and the scrub. So I got you.
How did it make you feel? Share your testimony. How it made you feel.
Oh, so I was having a little stressful day that I was talking, and I didn't want to say this, but I brought it for a gift for somebody else, and then I ended up using it.
You know, she was stressed.
now I gotta get them a gift now. I ain't gonna say the name, but now I gotta buy another one. But anyways, I was stressed out that day, and Mineshia was like, try my product, and I was like, no, I brought that for my friend. She's always depressed, distressed, this, that, and the third. I'm always thinking about other people, but it definitely gave me peace that day. Like, I felt at ease. The weight that was on my shoulders, it definitely lifted off, and I was able to complete everything that I had that evening that I was like, I ain't doing it, but I was able to do it. And the scrub, it smells so good. It smells amazing.
Thank you.
It smells so good. And the candle smells good too. But I was able to, light the candle, finish cleaning my room because, I do not clean. I have a cleaner lady. So in order for me to actually finish that, I felt so accomplished.
I'm glad to know.
Accomplished. I was able to finish cleaning, and I took a shower, and I felt the weight lifted off me. So definitely go check out her product, Soul Empress 82. I definitely can witness into testimony in regards to her products because it's definitely powerful.
Yes. Please buy it out, everybody.
Now I got to buy another one for my friends. So
you do. And if you want to get me one, I'm not gonna be able to. No, I'm just kidding. I definitely got to get one though. I love that.
No, I'll send you one. Just send me an address.
You're sweet. I will definitely do that. But also, too, Mineshia, we'll be seeing you at the Self-Love Seminar this November, right?
Yes.
So, Uncommon Women, Shanira will be having another Self-Love Seminar. You need to get your tickets. Hurry up and get them. Eventbrite. I'm gonna be giving out a few. I like to take care of my folks, but I'm not gonna give out too many, guys, because this is gonna be worth it. And your girl's gonna be speaking. I'm so excited. So yes, please come through for that. Please send people our way for this podcast as well, because we'll be on television, as Shanira has let us know. So this is a big deal. And then with us being on television, we have more of an avenue to promote businesses. So even if you don't have a commercial all put together, please let us know if you're interested in marketing your brand, because we will do that for you. Okay, so we're definitely here, especially Shanira. I never met someone like her. She's really about putting you out there. So please take this opportunity while it's there. Because I'm even thinking about doing a little guru video or something.
Come on,
I met her at the pop-up event. That's where I met Shanira at. And God put our tables
to you.
No, it's funny. I was struggling. You want to tell her I was struggling? I was struggling.
Yes, she was struggling with the banner thing to put her banner up. because we were at the women's business conference. That's where I met Shanira.
And I love
and
that
she
too.
was
When you're doing
struggling, and I
something-
had the same banner post. So I'm like, you need help? Because I'm just that type of person. Like if I see you struggling, as long as you're receptive, like I'll help you. That's just me. So I helped her, and she was like, thank you, not realizing that God placed us here. And then, when she invited me to the podcast, I was just like, wow, like you just opening all these doors, God.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I'm just thankful.
Especially yeah, I love that. So, and then it's great because you'll be at the seminar. And then at the seminar, who knows who you're going to meet? That's what's so nice because it's going to be all these women empowered. Like, come on. And I'm so ready. When I get off the phone, I'm gonna get some stuff together because I did a speech last year. So this is going to be another one. I've grown so much. I just can't wait to actually spit knowledge. And it's really not me. Like God he just tells me what to say. I just need to get through the anxiety. He tells me what to say. So this is going to be a good one.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Don't forget about, go ahead, Motivational Monday. Go ahead.
Yes. So we'll be doing Motivational Mondays. Where you can really find that is on Uncommon Women Podcast, Instagram, or on YouTube. We should start putting them on YouTube, Facebook. I'm going to be going hard. I also just adopted a dog temporarily, so I'm going to try to incorporate her in the videos. Yes, I'm really trying to get tech savvy. So like we said, God's timing is great, and Uncommon Woman has a lot going on. So stay tuned with us, please, and just work with us with our technical difficulties. And like you said, the process is just going to show the transparency is real. We're real, but we're uncommon.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you so much, Mineshia, for coming on today and sharing your testimony.
Thank you.
And being transparent. We definitely loved it. I'm going to go ahead and add your information on. Thank you for our viewers for tuning in today. Be sure to tune in next Thursday. We have another amazing testimony. She's going to be sharing her story of how she lost her daughter in a fire. But it's a powerful testimony in regards to her story and what she was able to do in the process of coming out of that darkness and bringing it into light. So thank you for tuning in, and please remember to stay uncommon.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you've been shacking up with us for a while and haven't subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Please like and subscribe to Uncommon Woman so you won't miss another episode. And remember, don't let anything or anyone affect your peace. Good vibes